Alright, a continuation of section 4.5 with solving using the square root method. Let's look at, we finished off the last video with just simplifying and rationalizing square roots. So let's look at actual solving problems. So the first example we'll look at is something that looks like this. 2x squared minus 15 equals 65. Okay, this says solve, and by square root, I'm going to abbreviate here. Well, now it's right up. By square root, you just solve it like you would a normal problem. Don't worry about the squared part until the very end. Okay, so if you just had 2x minus 15 equals 65, add 15 to both sides, and you get 2x squared equals, and then 65 plus 15 is 80. Divide 2 to both sides. So x squared is equal to 40. And this is where the new stuff comes in. To get rid of that x squared, to get rid of the square, you take the square root. So the square root of x squared is just x. And if you're solving and you take the square root, it's always going to be plus or minus. And we got to simplify 40 using the factor tree. So 2 and 20, 2 and 10, 2 and 5. We have a pair of 2's, so that will come out. And 2 times 5 is boxed inside, multiply them together. 2 times 5 is 10. So that's a fairly basic solving by using the square root method. They do get a little bit tougher as we go through here. Let's look at the next example, which is, let's see if I can find a good one here. Let's say that we had 7, and then x minus 4 squared minus 18 equals 0. And this will be the last example in this video, because if you can do these two, you're in pretty good shape. So this one here, you have 7 and then x minus 4 squared minus 18 equals 0. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to get the term that is being squared all by itself. Okay, which means I need to move the 7 and the 18. So just if you want to, you can pretend like this is 7x squared minus 18. Okay, so first thing you want to get rid of is the 18. So you have 7, and then x minus 4 squared equals positive 18. And again, you want to get rid of the 7. So if that was 7x squared equals 18, you would just simply divide it. So you're going to do the same thing here. And 18 over 7 unfortunately does not simplify, but that's okay. Alright, so this is where the new step comes in. Just like the previous problem, if we had something squared, we took the square root. Well, in this problem we have x minus 4 being squared, so we're going to take the square root of that entire thing and the square root of the other side. And again, the square root and the square cancel, so I'm left with x minus 4. And over here to the side, this is where the old stuff kind of comes into play. If I want to simplify the square root of 18 over 7, I do this. And if you think about it, 18 can be reduced to, let me get on the screen here. 18 can be reduced to 2 and 9, 3 and 3. So really this is 3 square root of 2 over square root of 7. And to rationalize, you need to multiply the top and the bottom by the square root of 7. So you have 3 square root of 14 over 7. So that and this is the exact same thing. So really it's x minus 4 equals 3 square root of 14 over 7. So that's a rather challenging problem, only because you had to simplify this right here. Okay, but everything else is very similar, and again, it should be plus and minus. Add 4 to both sides, and you have your answer. Okay? So that's a rather challenging problem. If you can do it, you're in good shape.